Okay guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Iron Man Mark 46 from Captain America Civil War. Stay tuned to the end for an interesting fact about milk. Okay guys, here's the Mark 46 Iron Man suit from Marvel Legends, the Infinity Saga series. Here's the back of the packaging. Has a cool poster of Captain America and Iron Man staring at each other from Captain America Civil War. It has some other languages on it. The story is the chief source of the founding and equipment of the Avengers. Tony Stark still finds time to set up and joins Earth's mightiest heroes as Iron Man, and then that in other languages. So, let's take a look at him out of the packaging. Here's the Mark 46 Iron Man out of the packaging. Has some nice shiny coating on him to make him look reflective. Make him look cool in the light. So, let's take a look at his accessories. Here are the accessories he comes with. He comes with some repulsor blasters. He comes with fist hands, so he can punch. And he comes with this Tony Stark head, which is looking sweet. Looks really good, and it looks just like Robert Downey Jr. He did a very good job on the head. And he comes with these repulsor blaster hands, which he comes on in the package with. So, let's take a closer look at the figure himself. Here's the Iron Man Mark 46 suit out, and I really like this suit. I think it's one of his best suits. I like the suit design, in my opinion. And really like just how this guy came out. Really like that his repulsor blaster hands aren't permanently in this position where it's up all the time, like in other hands with other Iron Mans. So when you get him forced out of the package, it's going to be a little stiff. So what I would do is put turn his hand like where this plate that goes over the top of his hand near the gold and silver part of his arm, and go up that way. Go up that way. Kind of makes it easier. So when it's doing that, it's kind of pushing it out a little bit, but taking his hand out a little, but that's just how the design was. And then it's gonna look like this, looking really good. And just do that with both of his hands, like that. After time, it'll get loosened up and you can do it easier and stuff. Like the shoulder pads here, they're made out of a flexible rubberish plastic, I guess. So when you do the bicep swivel, which goes like this, it kind of goes up so it doesn't take away any movement from his bicep swivel. His arm goes up about here because of the shoulder pad, which is okay because with the Mark 8 Iron Man shoulder pad was made out of rubber, so when you moved his up, it moved up with it and it was rubber, and mine ripped off after time and stuff. And then when you moved it up too, it had to move the shoulder pad out of the way. And this guy's and these hands are like rubberish too, so I don't like that. I think doing it more in plastic is a better way of doing it, because this guy's hand broke too, so I glued it in to permanent like this with this hand. And then see this hand, it's like a rubberish, and it's permanent like this. I like these hands where it's not permanently, where you can turn it, or you can go down to whichever way you want it. There's that. So he's gonna look up about that much, so it doesn't take away when he's in his flying poses. See? And then he's gonna look down about that much, and he turns his head. You turn his head all the way around if you would like to make him the Owl Iron Man. Owl, like an owl. And then he can, not much rocking in the head. And his arms can go all the way around. Got double jointed elbows. It's kind of limited because of the way it is on this guy. Armor and stuff. His hands can turn all the way around. He's got his ab crunch, which doesn't go that far forward. It goes way more back than forward. Seems to be, with a lot of action figures, goes back more than forward, like that. And he can turn at his torso. He can go side to side. And his legs, he can't kick up that much. Can't kick up that much. It's about right there. You could turn it out. You could turn his thigh out a little and move it up a little more. It's kind of odd though. And speaking of the thigh, he got a thigh swivel and go all the way around. And it doesn't go back much either. Just go about right here, or you could turn his thigh out again and go back. What kind of takes away from that is just how they put his armor around his hips, kind of, and put the armor on his thigh right here. And he's got double jointed knees. He can point his ankle up this far, point his boot down, and he can go inward and go outward. Now let's look at his repulsor blasters in his hands. And if you get the two Iron Mans, you can put the two repulsor blaster sets that come with the other Iron Man on the one that you want it to be on, and put it on his feet too, so you can have it on his feet and his hands, which makes it look way much cooler, in my opinion. It looks like this, so I'm really glad his head can look up like this a good amount, so it doesn't look awkward when he's flying, you know. So it's like this. And let's take a look at the Robert Downey Jr. head and the Iron Man head. So here are the heads side to side, and this head looks really good and looks just like Robert Downey Jr., which is really good. But they seem to have put a little bit on the big side. See, if he puts his helmet on, it looks like he's gonna squeeze his face together. And just look at his hair. Even when he takes his helmet off, his hair still looks good. Got some pretty hair. Let's look at it on the body of the Iron Man suit. See? Looks a little awkward, but not much. You get used to it. Kind of make him look like a bobblehead-ish. But there's the head on the Iron Man suit. Doesn't look that bad. Let's look at his hand, his fist's hand. Here's his fists. Or his one fist. Looking cool. So, now let's take a quick look at comparisons. Here he is compared to the Marvel Legends Civil War Captain America and to the Marvel Legends Iron Man, Tony Stark. See, here's the Tony Stark face, and here's the Robert Downey Jr. face. This one doesn't look bad, but this one is way better. The Robert Downey Jr. face is way better, looks more like him than the Tony Stark face. But if you try to put it on, look at this. The Robert Downey Jr. face on the Tony Stark's body, he looks like he has no neck. Looks like a bobblehead person. Very odd stature if you put him like this. Hey Steve, what happened to your neck, Tony? Oh, we don't talk about that. Anyway, here he is compared to Captain America. The suit obviously makes him much taller. But Steve is supposed to be 6. So, if you put him next to Tony Stark, which is, look to think, Robert Downey Jr. is about 5'9", so they kind of scale pretty good. Steve is supposed to be 6, and Robert Downey Jr. is about 5'9". Looks good together. The suit is way much taller than Tony Stark, as you can see. So there's that. Now let's take a look at some more. Oh, here he is next to the Marvel Legends Iron Man Mark 8, which is a very cool figure too. But I'm not a big fan of the rubber shoulder pads because they're very easy to break off. Still, he looks good still. And his rubberish hand, they kind of broke off too, but it happens sometimes. And here they are together, looking really good. This one has more darker colors than this guy, and the arc reactor's round on this guy. This one's more like a, I don't know, the half of a stop sign, the bottom half of a stop sign, I guess, like half of an octagon type thing. But here they are next to each other, and I like these shoulder pads. They work very good in favor, but still can't move the arm up. Well, you can't move the arm up very good. And now on this one, since the shoulder pads are gone, you can move the arms up way much more. So there we are with those two guys. And now let's take a look at some more figures. Here's the Mark 46 Iron Man next to the Marvel Legends Thanos, which is a big guy, Thanos. And then here he is next to the Marvel Legends What If Red Skull. So Red Skull is the smallest of the three, Thanos being the biggest one, obviously. We got his Infinity Gauntlet and his angry face. So let's take a look at the last two figures we're going to compare him to. Here he is next to Crossbones, one of the first guys they fight in Captain America Civil War. And here he is next to the Marvel Legends Doctor Doom. And this guy's Marvel Legends Crossbones too. He came in the two back of the Captain America. They came together. So now, let's wrap this up. Have you guys ever wondered how the milk takes away the heat from a hot pepper after you eat one? It's because the casein in the milk takes away the capsaicin from the hot pepper. It's like soap taking away the oils from your hands after you wash them. So see you guys in the next one.